Hello, 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 hello. Did you miss me? Cause I missed you. Hello, dandelions, and welcome back to the great things I draw. I know. Well, actually, you know what? Have you been well? Have you been well? Low key sitting here, forgetting that I had already did a week of this. It's so crazy. Whenever I start back something new, it always takes me like a second to wrap my head around it. Like it's taking me a second to wrap my head around why this camera just Anywho's, I hope you guys have been well. Thank you for joining me back for another episode. And yeah, just thank you for being here. Okay, I hope you've been well. I really don't have, I guess, much to say or start this off with other than we out here big tripping because we didn't. You know what? We don't even need them tonight. Okay, so because I did not go over the rules last week, because I had another thing planned, I'm gonna give you the rules again tonight, so we'll all be on one accord. We'll know what we're doing, we'll know why we're doing it, and what this is all about. So if you are new in these parts of the woods here to this lovely little channel, the great things I draw, basically it is my, I guess, version of a chill corner. You can really do anything you want. The point is, all right, originally I created the great things I draw because I wanted to get better at drawing, for one, and not only that, but to just, I guess, encourage somebody else and show you the evolution of my work. And it's not that I feel like my work will ever be perfect or like Picasso or anything like that, but I do value my drawings, and sometimes it's nice to just like kind of clear your head and be able to draw, and to be able to escape. And while I did create it for the purposes of drawing, and maybe other artists and stuff would like to draw and like chill out or whatever, it's really a safe space for everybody. If you come here and you just want to listen to the beats in the background, like while maybe you study something, or maybe you want to work on something else and you just want like soothing background noise. I mean, I don't know how soothing you're gonna get because I do speak from time to time, but that is why I created this. And yeah, so the purpose of this for me and for the ones who do want to do this challenge, because you don't have to. I would love it if you participated, but if you don't want to, it's understandable. But the challenge is you cannot be mean about your work. We create things off the top of our head most of the time. Thus far, it's been like 90% of the time. Okay, we create things off the top of our head. And we draw it. You have to be nice to your work. You have to say something positive about it. Even if it's just a stick figure, you better talk about that stick figure like it is Picasso, okay? Like it is the best stick figure in the world. And if you do not, the punishment is you must do a song or dance. But you can't just come in and be like, oh, I did a song or dance. No, you gotta show. Okay, you gotta show the world. Well, maybe not the world, but you gotta show me. You gotta show people, even if it's not me. If you're like, I ain't showing this lady, you gotta show somebody. Okay, do a song or dance and like explain what the song or dance was about. People gonna be like, why are you dancing? What's happening? But yes, for me, I have to do a K-pop song and dance, mostly because like we love practicing the K-pop moves. All right, call me baby. Hey, yes, Kai, I will. Anywho's, yeah, this is just my little safe haven and my little corner. And so that is the rules, friends. And as always, if you want to comment below what you thought, like when you because whatever you draw, it is your thoughts, right? Whatever you think in your mind. But if you want to comment below and tell me like what your first thought was when I give the prompt or whatever, I would really love to see it. I would really love to see it. As always, you can tag me in any of your work. If you want to put it on Instagram or TikTok or any other place, I don't know if people like, I don't have a Pinterest. I don't really use Twitter. So TikTok and Instagram are kind of like the only things I use. But if you guys like, I don't know, maybe I'll end up, depending on how popular this becomes, like perhaps I'll do something like create a Reddit and we can just like share all of our pictures, hello, and things like that on Reddit. But yes, friends, we are back here again. So if I could just, oh, here it is. So tonight, what is it that we want to do, guys? What is it that I feel like drawing? Okay, your prompt for this week is Moonlight Meeting. So whatever you think of when you think of Moonlight Meeting, draw it. Don't Google it, okay, and be like, what is she talking? Because I didn't get none of these prompts from Google. So whatever it is you're thinking about, Moonlight Meeting, however you see it in your mind, I don't care if you just see the moon. Whatever you see, doodle it. Okay, I guess I can go ahead and give you a sneak peek. I know, you're like, what is happening? You don't need to know yet. but it's almost halfway to the final countdown. Okay. Now I'm about to color it in. Don't worry if you're like, that's blurry, I don't see what it is. After I color it in, you'll see. Okay, so I guess since we are starting, hello. Man, that was rough. Anywho's, friends, get your rest, okay? Get your rest. So I guess since we are starting to color in, or at least I am, if you're not about to start coloring in, don't worry, you're fine. Yes, yeah. If I can stop yawning, that is, because hello, it's about to take me out, friends. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and give you your question for this week. if the sky was falling, no, for real. Okay, if you could write a note to your younger self, but you can only write one sentence, what would it be? So, like, you're sending a note to your younger self, but it's only one sentence that you can write to tell them anything, like anything you would want to tell them. What is it? What is it that you were going to tell your younger self? Okay, I just thought about this. Let me put a clause on this, because I do not want y'all trying to give your younger selves these long run on sentences or these compound sentences or nothing like that. You have a bare maximum. No, you have not a bare, but a maximum of 10 words you can say to your younger self. One sentence, 10 words. Okay, so you need to think very carefully about what advice or what it is you'd want to say. Okay. So, honestly, this may shock you, and some people may be like, oh, but I am going to say it anyways, and I'll give you my reasoning why, as always. But if I could talk to my younger self and like tell her anything or send her like a letter, honestly, I would just tell her it's all going to work out. 6 words. It is, if you want to be technical, since I, combine words, but it is all going to work out. And the reason why is because, as cliche as it is, I don't think, me personally and honestly, I just do not believe that let me put it like this. Okay, let's scratch that, friends, because we're struggling out here. I wouldn't want to disrupt her future, so I wouldn't want to say anything that would scare her or alarm her, or quite frankly, tell her about, what it is that the future is holding for her right now. I would just want her to be comfortable with where she's at, like, living her life. And even though there's some certain hardships that she, doesn't understand right now, and there are certain seasons in her life, and, certain things she's about to go through, I still, I wouldn't want to deprive her, I guess, of getting to, or deprive her, my younger self. I wouldn't want to deprive her of this moment, like, I would just want her to be able to live her life and get back here, because truly I believe that I am meant to be here right now. And for me personally, I've never been one to, because when I think about it, I immediately thought about like people who read your poems and stuff, fortune tellers, and people who read your poems and tell you about like your future and stuff like that. And I've always been skeptical of doing stuff like that, because in my mind, if I know my future and it is not what I want it to be, I would do anything in the world to change it, to make sure that like life is better. And I guess to make sure, well, well, let me put it like this. If it was a bad future, I would want to do everything in my power to change it, right? Because I wouldn't want to end up like that, obviously. But if it was a good future, I'd be so set on like having that future and believing that future, was for me. And so I wouldn't want to change her mind about what she's doing in life, or if she's making the right decision, or if she's making the wrong decision. I would just want her to trust herself regardless of the outcome and just go forward, because once again, I'm here. I am here, and even now in life, it isn't a like perfect life, but it is a great life, and I'm very happy for where I'm at, and I'm very happy for like all the opportunities that I've been given and all the lessons that I've learned. It may have been hard, but I mean, it's been necessary, right? Or at least I feel like it has been necessary for me. Can't speak for you guys, but for me, I feel like it has been a very necessary life that I have lived. And it has been fruitful and nice, and some moments are hard. Some moments, they make you feel down and out, but overall, it has truly been a great life. And I wouldn't want to change it. And I wouldn't want to hype her up or psych her out or tell her things that would scare her or worry her or just jeopardize the path that I am on. Long story short, I would not want to do that. And so, yeah, I would just tell her it's all going to work out and it's going to be okay, because truly it has been, and I would just want her to know. I guess I would just want to encourage her. That's why I would say something like that. So just encourage her to like keep going, because you're doing great, baby girl. And I feel like saying just that in a message is saying enough, It is just reassuring her that like, yes, life can be booty, and it might be being a big booty to you right now, but if you just keep going and keep hanging on, like, you can't go wrong. Yeah, that's what and like I know that's like you would tell her that. I mean, you don't have to give a deep answer. Maybe it could be something silly like, girl, keep those bras. Or something like, do not give away that dress, because just because you cannot, well, okay, that's a long sentence, but I guess like rethink your clothes. Yeah, because I was telling my mom this earlier. There was some clothes and some things that like, okay, I gained a lot of weight, and I could not fit like some clothes that I had. And one of the things that I could not fit, and I'm really bitter about this, is this my mom had got me this skater dress, and hopefully future Sama will put in the picture of it. But my mom had got me that dress, right? It was really nice on me. You see it. We're bodying out here. Well, I gained weight, so I could not fit that at all. Like, baby, there was no hope in that thing. Like, y'all think I'm probably over exaggerating, but if you've been on the channel, you heard the stories. We were a butterball. Like, there's no shame in my game. I was still beautiful. But point is, I had gained weight. And because I had gained weight, I just never thought I would fit the dress again. And instead of just keeping it, I gave it away. And my mom was saying, like, because I was telling her I wanted to give some more stuff away. And she's like, you better make sure, before you give it away, you're not going to want it. And I'm like, that's the lesson that we're learning now. Because I wish I wouldn't have gave it away anymore. Like, I wish I would have just held on and kept hope alive. And that's not the only thing. I literally did the same thing last year. There was this skater skirt that I had. It was polka dot. One of my favorite things in the world. I got it from Hot Topic. I had got it as a 3XL, right? Well, I could not fit it because it was getting big on me, and like the straps were falling off my shoulders. And I was like, I don't want this anymore. And y'all, I went to look for it. So I had gave that thing away before I went, when I was planning on, well, when I did go to Korea, I had gave it away. Like, I gave my clothes away, yada, 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 whatever. When I came back home, I was looking for that address. And you're talking about brokenhearted, because I did not remember the fact that I had given it away. And my mom was like, you don't remember putting that in the Goodwill basket? And I was just like, it's all a lie. It is all a lie. So yeah, it would be, like I say, it doesn't have to be anything deep that you would tell your former self. Like I said, I just thought about that, and that's what I would tell her. Because if I told her, things like, if I wasn't deep with my former self, she, or my younger self, she would not take me seriously. She'd be like, what? Because I was wise, but I don't think now I feel, I say that I'm wise, but I feel like that can be questionable. I have my moments, okay? But when I was younger, I was more mature for my age. And I got told that a lot, but I wasn't in the headspace to handle a lot of things. And I'm just not convinced that I would have taken what I would say now, about clothes or anything, and kept it. I'd be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Back then I thought that I knew more than everybody else. I'd be like, you don't know what you're talking about. I ain't gonna need this. And I would have gave the clothes away anyway. So at least if I could tell her something deep, it'll perhaps cause her to think about like I say, just life and just where she's at right now. Because as long as I can do that, then I consider that to be a very big win. Oh, I got another one for her. I'm going to keep this thing rolling. Be happy, they said no. Look, not even that you said no. Be happy, they said no. Be happy that you got rejected by the people you got rejected by. Just know, I am glad that the people said no and that I did not get what I wanted, because there's so much better waiting for me. And I think that that's what it is. I was rejected and, play like a fool, but the people who overlooked me, now they have to see what you missed out on, because you can't tell me that you didn't miss out on a real one. But you know what? It's okay. It was meant to happen like that. And I just think for where I'm at in life and where I went in life, it's okay to have that be the outcome of what happened. It's cool. It's cool with me. I'd also tell her grooming is a thing. I know y'all are like, wait a minute, what did she just say? That was a deep one. I don't think I'm pretty sure I talked about it. I am 35% sure I talked about this on my podcast and not here, but I'm gonna explain it here because I know that was like a moment. I know you're like, lady, what? So there was this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking for a color, and I'm not finding the color. Hello. Okay. So when I was younger, little mini Sama. I guess too, it depends on at what age you're thinking about sending this letter. To me, when I imagine my younger self, I think about the one who's about to be in middle school, high school, because she was the one that was going through the ringer, okay? And she didn't deserve that. But when I was younger and in school, I know y'all are like, lady, if you don't get with this story, I know. When I was younger in school. I'm not going to call him out by name, but there was a particular coach that I knew. Hello. And at the time, I guess I just, well, he wasn't the only one who had a part to play in this. When I told people about what were going on, they made it seem like, it was happening to, and it probably was happening with everybody. I don't believe it now. Looking back on it, I believe that it was one of those cases where they were jealous and trying to make it seem like I was crazy about what I was seeing. And I know that I wasn't crazy, because my mom was like, you stay far, far away from this man, and if I catch you like anywhere near him after school, like punishment. Well, she didn't say all of that, but she was just like, you cannot be with him by yourself like that. No, because he there was this one game we went to, and he called me by my first name, and he was like cheesing hella hard when he saw me and my mom, and I was telling him that was my mom, and he was like, oh, I see where she gets her beauty from, but I guess my mom peeped the way he was watching me while I was being too oblivious, because I didn't think, I have dealt with self-conscious issues my whole life, so I didn't think that I looked like a bag of potato chips, but apparently to him I did, and my mom saw this, and she was like, no, you're not allowed to like be near him, next to him, none of that. And so just looking back now on like some of the conversations that we had and some of the moments that we had, I would just tell my younger self, like, grooming is a thing, and be lucky that you dodged that bullet too, because baby girl, first of all, if you hadn't dodged that bullet, oh, your mom would have been pressed. Oh, she would have been big pressed. But just in the end, like, that was not the life for you. So yeah, like I told you, what I know, I would tell my younger self so much. I would stick with the first one first though. Like, I wouldn't tell her, if that one didn't work out, these are all my backup plans. You gotta think about these things, man. Okay. Can you? Ooh. Okay. So I'm gonna explain. Okay. So as you can see, this is my version of a moonlight meeting. Excuse me. This is my version of a moonlight meeting. Okay. Hopefully you can see that this water is blue with many different ripples. Let me get out. Ring light, I would appreciate your cooperation with a real one. I'm so sorry, y'all. Everything's happening. I know. Hello. Okay. I turned my light down because I like the vibes of like the neons. But anywho's, so this is a moonlight meeting. These are fairies, okay? Those are my idea of what fairy wings look like. Do not fight me on this, because that is my vision of it. But those are fairies. If you notice, he is looking at her. She is looking down, blushing, okay? Don't say she can't blush, because yes, she can, okay? I can blush. I know you can tell on me, but okay, she's blushing, and even if it's not seen, that doesn't mean that she's not blushing, okay? She's a dark beauty, and we love it. But as you can notice, they are also different races. So the moon is a heart. She's dripping her love down into the water where they are. The flowers are intertwined to basically like replicate what's happening here or what's gonna happen here. These are random music notes. Don't ask me what that melody is. I don't know. I just made notes. I know you can. There you go. And those are different notes. Eighth notes, triplets. We got us some dotted quarter notes over here. We got us some whole notes and whole rests. The music geek in me jumped out. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. But so Moonlight Meeting is basically like these two people like meeting, you know, and hitting it off. I don't know if they're gonna fall in love or whatever, but he's liking what he see thus far. And I chose to do like interracial because I feel like I don't see a lot of like interracial drawings, especially not anywhere there is a bunch of like black females. Now there may be some where like the guy is black and like the girl is everything else but a woman of color. And you know, I want to help contribute to the narrative that black women can be leads, black women can be loved by all races, okay? Because we are a bop and we are just us. We're beautiful, we're different, like we're special, we're unique, we're so incredible. And so I just want to contribute to the narrative that like a black woman can be loved and like she is worthy of love, and you know, she can be a fairy. Like she doesn't have to be tough all the time or be told that like, ugh, why you so rude, or like fix your face. I don't know. Just, you know, like I said, I just want to help add to the narrative that black is beautiful, black is love, and I love swirls, okay? I love swirl relationships. Black on black love is beautiful too. Do not get me wrong, okay? Because we love chocolate love up in here too. But interracial love, like, it is just, yeah, it's a bop. So I don't know why I say it's a bop. Like, what is that even? It's a vibe. It's a vibe, friends. It's a vibe. So please comment down below and tell me your thoughts on Moonlight Meeting. It didn't have to be nothing like this. Yours could have literally been like the sun and the moon meeting. You know, it just whatever your take is on it. That's what I want to know. Anything that you thought about, anything you would tell your younger self, please let me know. It can be as crazy as you want it to be or as deep as you want it to be. There's no wrong answers. Those were just some things that I would tell myself. Funny, unfunny, like truth that she needs to hear. But thank you guys for joining me for another episode. I really did hope that you had a great time and that you did have fun. Please kiss me with the like button. If you would like to show me your artwork, if you did draw anything and you would like to show me, you can add me on my socials on TikTok and Instagram at DohiSama. And like I said, who knows, depending on like how well this does, I suppose, like in the future, I will eventually make a Reddit for it and we can just all slap our drawings on there and you won't have to worry about posting it like, you know, on those pages. It'll just be on our forums, because I have seen a lot of artwork in Reddit and I feel like they don't get like a lot of love that they deserve, and I would just really like to see what you guys draw and like really uplift you and encourage you and to tell you like to keep going. And even if you're viewing this and you didn't draw anything and like it was just background noise, and maybe you worked on something else, you know, or maybe you played a game while you did this, what level did you beat? If you were playing like a 5 versus 5, did your team win? Because if they didn't win and you ignored me, I'm gonna be so sad. Like the disrespect, okay? But if you won, mess it up, Buttercup. But for real, you guys, please, just man, be so encouraged, and I hope you're doing well, and you know, I just hope, yeah, that life is life and in the best ways for you. So please, as always, do remember that the Lord does bless and love you. May He keep you. I love you. I believe in you. Please be gentle on your mental. And I hope wherever you are, whenever you're viewing this, that you have an incredible day or an amazing night. Goodbye, guys.